So this right here is the Orbit traveling sprinkler. This goes by another name. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I think that company ran out of business, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, this is good for really large lawns where you don't have an irrigation system and you don't want to fuss with moving the sprinkler every 15 minutes. And it's a better than having 4 or 5 sprinkler heads, especially if you don't have good water pressure. There's a lot of videos on this already, but you just have an extra long hose and this thing just backtracks on itself. Has an oscillating head. 13,000 so square feet along 200 foot of hose. You can tell already the packaging is kind of heavy. I got this from Tractor Supply. I had it delivered. I could not find this in stock anywhere when I made this video. A lot of stores had to ship it. Tractor Supply actually had this for $40 or so, but they for some reason did not allow me to do local pickup, so I had to pay $20 for shipping. But it still came out to be cheaper than Amazon and other places. It appears to be packed really well. First impressions, this thing's made out of cast iron and painted. It is so heavy that the scale won't even register it. It goes up to 10 pounds. And then it just airs out. So it is quite heavy, and I haven't even completely assembled it yet. If you've been on this channel for any length of time, you know I like to grease these axles. Just a little spray here, a little spray there. On the sprinkler head itself, this washer came out. It appears that the rib, there's a little rib on the bottom, faces toward the unit. There you go. That little ridge is facing away where my finger's pointing. You simply screw that in. Here's a speed control. It has neutral in the middle, then low on the right and high on the left. You have to lift the knob up to move it. Just because I have this laying around, I'm going to put some tape, plumbing tape, on these threads. I don't think it's necessary, to be honest, but if there is a leak, it will be spinning so fast, this oscillating head, that you won't be able to notice it. So I'm just going to put a single layer on there just because I have it, but if you don't, I don't think it matters. I will say that these instructions could have been drawn a lot better, but they're just telling you these arms can only be oriented facing one direction. So if it was facing this way, it's not going to work. So one side has to be facing this way, one side has to be facing that way for it to spin in the proper direction. And here's just the stop, so that when it gets to where you want to stop, it's gonna hit this little plug right here, so that it will stop the water flow, so that you don't have to be watching it when it finishes. I got a chance to test this out yesterday, just in my driveway. If you've been following this channel, I recently planted a new lawn, so there's not enough grass there to support these wheels without tearing things up. I was gonna have some video overlays in a bit, but this does go up to 55 feet wide. From what I saw, that seems about right. It definitely can go that far. It depends on how you angle these arms. I just tested it in a really short section. This thing right here clips into the hose. The front wheels will go over this, and then this hump right here will contact this white button right here that will stop the sprinkler automatically. So that's pretty cool. I would say that these arms look a little flimsy. Look at the distance here. I'm going to move it around to the other side. This side has a lot more clearance. I might have bent this myself when installing this, so I'm not going to blame anyone here, but just keep an eye on this. I think some people online said that these arms are replaceable. Again, just some plumber's tape here. And finally, I'm just going to show some footage of my Gorilla Hose Reel. Been using it for a few months now. If you recall, in that earlier video, I put some white lithium grease where the slider is. It did dry up and got hard to move, so I just simply sprayed more lithium grease, and sure and behold, it moves properly again. So I highly recommend you all do that. It saves a lot of, well, it doesn't save any headaches, but it makes it a lot easier to use. That's all for today. Hope everyone has a good week. It is 90 degrees again here, so hopefully things will cool down soon. Have a good day, everyone.